play left wing back to save his life. Can play left back might be a bit different. Mendy always went to pick that up there, and then he's passed it completely wrong. Mendy's fucked up. 3-1 Real Madrid. 3-1 Real Madrid. Benzema hat trick. 50 seconds into the second half. Mendy fucked up. What was he doing? He can't kick a ball. Yes! Yes! Divock Origi! Big Div! Boom, 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 boom! I love that man. To make this 3-1 and put them in the lead. It is 3-1 Real Madrid. Man City have fucked it. Man City have fucked it yet again. Ball in. 2-0! They've done it! Real Madrid have equalised! This is going to extra time! Oh my good God! Oh my good God! Man City are fucked up! Man City are fucked up! Woo-hoo-hoo! I'm spitting all over my computer! What is going on? What is going on? Wow! That is what is at stake. If you guys want to see me almost die online, then get yourselves and share that with my channel. Oh, Benzema! 3-2! You can't keep him quiet all match. I think Aston Villa have scored. I'm not sure. I think Aston Villa have scored. Villa have scored! It's 2-0 to Aston Villa! Oh my God! It's 2-0 to Aston Villa! Ranks, get your asses in gear! You got 20 minutes for Ligt Coutinho! For Aston Villa! Yeah. Oh, good God. So that's my watch-along's greatest hits, guys. So, yeah, hopefully more of that to come next season. We're not far away now. So, yeah, I do love that. It starts to show off nicely. No
wonder you always have a sore throat, mate.
Oh, yeah, my throat. Yeah, after watch-alongs, I'm dead. I just get so into them. It doesn't matter who's playing either. I don't care. I just get into it. You know, football is just a joy to do, ain't it?
As long as it's a good game as well, obviously.
Yeah. We watched a couple of dead ones together, didn't we? That was just like, oh my God, this is just end it. Yes, a good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, this is my one for a bit later today because I was busier this morning. But yeah, this is our Premier League transfer show, looking at all the Premier League teams. We'll look at the top six mainly, but I want to have a little look at Newcastle as well. Newcastle doing some business. Yeah, we spoke on Steve's channel earlier about Everton being in the shit, and it's hilarious. And they could be even more in the shit now because Newcastle want Anthony Gordon. So, yeah, just come up breaking news just about half hour ago on Sky Sports and all that and everything else. 35 million. They put a bid in for Anthony Gordon at Everton. So, Everton are in a lot of trouble. So we can talk about Newcastle as well, about the transfer they're doing. So I think the transfers they're doing are surprising some people. You know, they're not going for that massive hit. They're going for good players to fill out their squad. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Liverpool. We'll talk about Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino looks like he's going to stay at Liverpool. So, which is, some people say good news, some people bad news. It all depends how you feel about the Bobby Firmino situation. I love Bobby, so I'm glad he's staying. I still think he can contribute next season. And then Man City. They look like they've done all their transfer business at the moment. Calvin Phillips, Haaland, Alvarez. Chelsea, Sterling deal looks like that will happen. It looks like that happened. We'll talk about that. And then Ronaldo going a big FU to Man United and jumping off a sinking ship. Good for him. And we're going to talk about that as well, guys. But this is, as everyone knows, I'm joined here by Statman Stubbs himself. So, guys, he's just hit 300 subscribers on his channel. So a big thank you from me to you guys. If you have subbed to Steve's channel in the last few weeks as well, big up to all you guys as well. And I'm sure Steve is well overjoyed. On the march of 500 subs now. 500 subs. It's on. It's happening. Don't worry. It's go happen. We're all there with you. We're all going for the ride and we're enjoying it.
Sure
So,
are, mate.
how you doing this afternoon, my friend?
Yeah, good. Just want to echo that. Obviously, thank you to each and every one of you so far that's subscribed. It's been absolutely amazing. Obviously, didn't think I would get to 300 subs, never mind 100 or whatever it is at the moment in time. I think it's 301 at the minute. So, absolutely fantastic. So, thank you first and foremost to Jamie and obviously everyone in the chat and obviously the regulars who come on the show. It is appreciated and it does make the channel grow. Obviously, the more that we can get liking and sharing the channel, the better. The more content I can get out further and further afield. So, no, much appreciated to Jamie and everyone in the chat, guys.
Big up yourself, my friend. Guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to say it because people just don't seem to understand this. There's 37 people already watching. We've only just started. There's 22 likes. I want 37 likes or 37 views, guys. As I keep saying, all the views in the world is beautiful. I love them. Thank you very much. But it really does help if you hit that like button as well, guys. So go and hit that like button and get the likes up. It helps with the algorithm. Could be 2,000 people watching. If you only got like 50 likes, it doesn't really help the algorithm. So hit that like button, guys. Go and press that thumb right underneath our video right now and get them likes up, guys. If you're on your phone and tablet, press the thumb. Go and take your finger, the power finger. Take that finger over and hit that thumb button and get them likes up, guys, on the video. It'd be much appreciated. Let's go to people in the chat. Mr. Conway's in the house. How you doing, John? Noel's in the house. Be up, James. That man didn't answer my question at the end, right? What was your question,
mate? Apologies. Yeah, I don't know what it was. To be honest, now I was getting the Sky sorted out. He was here for just over an hour or so I had to just rush off because he literally just turned up. He turned up earlier than what he was supposed to. So apologies if you've got any questions. Either put it back in the comment or just DM me, and I'll obviously always respond, mate. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, no, just put it back in the comments so I can answer for you, my man. Big afternoon, Stephen. How you doing, my man? Big afternoon to Phil. How you doing, Philip? Ryan Henry in the house. Hi, Jay. Hope you and the family are well. Doing good, man. We're doing good. What's up to the chat? Good afternoon, Stephen. Gary in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Gary.
Yeah, John. John, you're going to have to get the cheating bastard thing hashtagged and t-shirted. You know that, don't you?
Definitely. He's going to have to.
You're going to have to get that on some merch, my friend. Yeah, Gary. I'm not quite I'm not quite sure what that says. So, yeah, big up to you, though. Big up, Daz. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Danny as well. Savarian, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, my man. You're starting with the greatest hits. Yeah, got to start with the greatest hits, ain't you? Hopefully I can make more greatest hits as the season goes on as well, because I more than likely will. I mean, I'm going to be doing, I believe the first game of the season is Friday, the Friday, the 5th of August, I believe.
Crystal Palace,
Arsenal. So I'll be doing that watch along. That'll be the first Premier League watch along of the brand new season. I'll obviously be doing Liverpool, Man City in the Community Shield and Liverpool's pre-season games as well, guys, starting with Man United next week. So, yeah, the watch alongs are back. My favourite thing to do. Do love a watch along. Morning to Liz.
Morning, Liz.
Oh, it's getting a little bit later for Liz now, so she might be fully awake now.
Yeah, definitely.
Be up now. Savage in the house. Be up, Jones. That man in the chat. Oh, everyone's well.
I remember that story really well. Got from there as well.
What was Pick a Mix is legendary.
Yeah,
like legendary. Yeah. I wonder how much of it actually got stolen as well by kids every day.
Probably a lot.
I did. I'm going to tell you now. What was his shut? Fuck him. But yeah, I did it a lot. It was always by the entrance as well. It was perfect placing. I mean, what were they thinking? They knew what they were doing. They weren't stupid. You know, you walk around it because it's massive, ain't it? You just walk around it and you just go like that.
Yeah.
Open your bag up.
They must have known. They must have known.
They didn't care. They just come. You see a geezer coming up minutes later and just filling them back up. They didn't care. It's a shame Jamie can't show his emotions during football matches. Oh dear. Jay, afternoon. You seen that airport tweet about Ronaldo? I have. What? No,
I haven't either.
No, I have not. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look. Wolf in the house. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing
Well,
well. The Saudi state Newcastle bidding 55 million. If you don't know, and there's a real issue with Newcastle and Man City and sports washing in general. And he's on a one-man mission to get it all stopped. And we're all actually with him. To be fair, we're with Ant's march to democracy. So big up, Ant, in the chat as always.
Definitely, mate. Hope you're well, mate.
Good God, there's so many. Yeah, subscribe your bums. That's how otherwise is it. Big up, Jamie. Anything else for us is a bonus in a transfer market. Yeah, I agree. And Salah signing on exactly. Ronaldo just finished a live stream on YouTube. Opened up a big can of worms. Did he?
No.
I'm gonna have to check all this out.
I
know he's 35 million over Gordon can do with that government funding. It's on one. I'm with him though. Have you guys seen the rumored new away kit? Wavy is there? Yeah, I don't like. Look, it might be one of the things that look better once you buy it, once you see it in person. You know, sometimes the kits when you see it on the screen, it looks a bit. I'm not too sure. Then you get it in person, you're like, it's actually right. So I don't. This might be a confession. Might be one of the worst confessions I've ever said on live stream as well.
Yeah. I
don't mind the yellow one from last season now.
No, mate. No.
I know one of the sins I've just said. But yeah, I don't actually mind it. And it's probably, I think it's on sale at the moment because all the kits are on sale now, isn't it? So I think it's only 25 quid. So I might go and get it.
The good thing that, Jay, is you can put that shirt on, then go and do a shift in McDonald's. They'll love you for it.
I don't mind. I just say all the shit. I'm there. Don't worry about that. And Ryan will say some Liverpool fans are playing Carvalho down. He's going to be one of the best signings for us. Carvalho's going to be immense, ain't he, Steve? With the Carvalho thing, people get a bit like concerned. Me and Savage were talking about this last night on the Course show. And people were saying, because he's coming from the Championship, he's not got Premier League experience, don't overhype him and all this sort of stuff. I say, I don't care what people like. Go and watch the guy play first. I mean, he's far too good for that league, firstly. And then secondly, if you knew you were buying someone called Carvalho and you've seen little clips of him, but he played in the Austrian league or the Greek league or anything like that, you'd be buzzing, wouldn't you? You'd be like, I can't wait. And for me, the Championship is harder in them leagues.
Yeah, it is massively,
and more competitive. So I don't get the he's not Premier League prove it. It's just just watch the kid. He's an amazing talent.
Exactly. Just enjoy him while we can as well. I mean, like you say, 19 years of age. Apart from, I'd still say the Championship is one of the hardest leagues to get out of, to obviously get in the Premiership as well. So
it certainly is.
It's so competitive. So, I mean, I think he's had the second best assist record in the Championship last season as well. So that just shows how well he done last season for Fulham as well. And he can score goals. He knows where the back of the net is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And he's got, let's not forget, he's got a full pre-season under Jurgen Klopp now as well. So that's another good thing to obviously look forward to. And Jurgen's, as we always know, he likes to get his signings in early and have that full pre-season. So he's going to work wonders. He's only going to get better because he's playing with better players around him. No disrespect to Fulham, but Liverpool have got miles better players than what Fulham have. But I wish, obviously, Fulham all the best in the Premiership this season.
Yeah, exactly. And if you think that's annoying, it's like, you see how good he was playing for Fulham, he's just going to be even better for Liverpool. You know, he's going to be absolutely lightning. He's going to be absolutely lightning.
He's going to be fantastic, mate. It really is.
John says, big congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
Ronnie mugging United off. I'll get to Ronaldo in a bit because I can understand the way. I can understand Ronaldo a little bit, but at the same time, I still sort of say he's been a bit of a child as well at the same time. I'll say it now, actually. I'll talk about it now, because when I look at Ronaldo, he's basically saying that the club are not meeting his needs, are they? They're not meeting his where the club should be, and he doesn't want to be really part of a rebuild at 37 years of age. Where, yeah, I can understand that you don't want to be. You want to be part of a ready-made squad and coming to the twilight at the end of your career when you've only got like, probably 2 years left at the top of the game. So you want to go in there firing, but at the same time, he signed when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was manager. So this is where I don't understand it. So he says he loves United. United is his club. It's a club he always looks for and supports and loves it and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. But as soon as they're not in the Champions League and he doesn't get that Champions League money anymore on his wages, he wants to leave. Now, so does he actually love the club? So is it just that Man United offered him more wages than anyone else was prepared to? And that's the reason he went there? Because that's what it's looking like to me. I don't know about you, but that's what it's looking like to me.
Well, someone said on my channel earlier on that he's on £480,000 a week, if not more.
Yeah.
Which is, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, Manchester United are mugs themselves for just paying whatever they want. I think Sancho was a 300 to 350k a week, and then that's just what Salah's got, just basic alone. It's just there's obviously he loves Manchester United to a degree, but he's not. He's a number of these people who just kiss the badge, and then when something better comes along, it's like, oh, see you later. Thanks very much, but I'm going to go and potentially earn. He could go back to. I think he's going to go back to Portugal, but it's whether or not anyone can pay his wages. I don't think he's one that's going to take a pay cut or anything to go back to obviously Lisbon or something like that, maybe. But no, it's if he says he wants Champions League, then that's out of the question. But yeah, there's no loyalty in football these days, as we've said this numerous times now. There is absolutely no loyalty in football.
No, there's nothing, man. There's nothing. It's just with Ronaldo, like apparently, it was almost 500k a week he was getting, and now apparently because of no Champions League football, he comes down to 380 grand a week.
Oh, did him?
That's part of his contract deal. That's what he signed for. So he's on 380k a week now. Now, I just still see. I don't see no reason why he shouldn't stay at Man United. Thing is though, the thing with he's rich enough to buy out his own contract. So if he wants to leave, he literally can buy out his own contract, which is all fine. But then where does he go? I wouldn't be surprised if PSG came calling. I really wouldn't because
Messi as well. Yeah,
PSG have been wanting to get Ronaldo and Messi together in the same team since Messi came there, and on paper it looked ridiculous. Neymar and Mbappe, Ronaldo and Messi in the same attack, the same lineup. That's just ridiculous on paper. But obviously it wouldn't work because none of them are defending and tracking back, are they? So it just wouldn't work. But I can see Ronaldo there. I know you're saying about Portugal. I don't think he's ready for that yet in himself. I think he feels like he can still play at the top order, but he wants to be in a more complete team. If Man United were in the Champions League and a bit more complete than what they are now, he would stay because he's at the dwindling end of his career. And he wants to try and win something just before he leaves. And he knows himself. Man United are nowhere near Liverpool or Manchester City, and they're not going to win a Premier League. They can't win a Champions League because they're not in it. So at 37, makes no sense for me to be there anymore because if I get them back into the top four next season, I'm 38 going on 39. It's going to be. So I just see it go somewhere where it's Champions League ready, win a title, and then go off into the sunset. And I could just see that being in Paris. I could see that being in Paris. I could just see it being in PSG. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if Mbappe, because Mbappe does all the work there. If Mbappe hears that he's a free agent, because if he buys out of his own contract and leaves, he's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. Yeah. Also, if he does that, he can ask for any wages he wants as well, being a free agent, which would be mad.
Crazy.
You watch him go to PSG and get 600 grand a week. It's madness.
No player's worth that, though, is it? I mean, no player's worth that.
It's getting silly, ain't it? Wages are getting so outrageous now. But as I keep saying, Ronaldo did it himself. He went when Solskjaer was manager. I don't know what he thought was going to happen. I don't know what he thought was going to happen. Evening and afternoon to Wayne. How you doing, my friend?
Afternoon, evening.
One loves James. Anyway. Keep it coming, son. Oh yeah. When Nunes scored, you wait to that. You wait to
Yeah.
that. Yeah, of course. I hate to be that guy, but can we get a 1 to 10 rating on Bellingham to Liverpool this summer? Okay, -5.
-5.
um,
Yeah.
I think he will come, but it won't be this summer. I'll go 80% positive that he'll be a Liverpool player next year.
I think we'll do exactly what we did with Naby Keita. I've been saying it all summer so far. I think we'll sign him ready for next summer.
Yeah, I think
I really do.
I do think he's the midfielder Liverpool want. He's just the midfielder Liverpool want. They don't want anyone else. And the funny thing is, like, people have been saying as well with Bellingham. So people have been saying, why were we going for Tchouaméni if we was meant to be getting Bellingham as well? That's because I think we actually wanted both. We actually wanted both. The club are not silly. They know the midfield needs sorting out and updating and changing around and sorting and all that. And I think they were going to go for Tchouaméni, and they were going to go for Bellingham next season because they had Tchouaméni in already this season. Everyone would be happy. The midfield's getting half sorted, and then next season they would have got a Bellingham deal. Signed Salah up, got Nunes. The club's spending money. They're winning. But I've seen people say we wouldn't have got Nunes if we didn't get if we got Tchouaméni, we wouldn't have got Nunes. I don't think that's true because I think we was after both at the same time.
Yeah,
I saw articles at the same time that brought interest in both players. So yeah, Liverpool are definitely looking to buy players. So I don't know about you, Steve, but I do think if we had Tchouaméni and we did get that deal done, I still think we would have got Bellingham next season. The club knows. The club ain't silly. They know.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, if I went for Bellingham, Nunes, and Tchouaméni, that would not be one Tchouaméni.
Tchouaméni. Yeah. There we go.
I'm just waiting for him because that he was on there. But no, in all seriousness, I think we would have went from regardless because Mane was obviously wanting to leave, so Nunes would have definitely been signed regardless. And yeah, I think that obviously the money's there. We just don't go spending silly money when it's not for someone who's our number one target. And obviously Nunes was, Tchouaméni was, and also Jude Bellingham is as well. So if the money's clearly there, but we obviously the owners are quite sensible in their spending. But yeah, I definitely think we need to act on it now, really, because obviously the World Cup is coming up in November of this year. If he has a fantastic tournament, then they'll also say, oh, well, it was 120 million euros. Now it's 150 million or 160 million euros on top. So yeah, we need to sign him now, either for the summer, which I don't see happening. I agree with that, Jamie. I think we will sign him this summer for next summer in a pre-contract agreement.
Yeah, I agree. So let's talk about Everton for a second, as this is a Premier League transfer show. So we're just going to have a look a little bit. So Everton to receive a golden bid. So this is getting reported this afternoon. Everton now received a £35 million bid from Newcastle for Anthony Gordon, according to journalist Peter O'Rourke. And it's been on Sky Sports News and a few other articles as well. The Toffees have fended off interest recently from Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham were looking to buy him the other day as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
They got told to go away. But now Newcastle are keen to make a play for the winger. But Frank Lampard does not want to lose Gordon after already offloading Richardson, though Everton are expected to keep him at all costs. Now, with Anthony Gordon, the difference with Richarlison, Anthony Gordon is one of their own, ain't he? He is part of he's an Evertonian. He's come through the team from the youth. I got to say, I said it to Tom, our good friend Tom, the Everton fan.
Yeah.
Last season, I ain't seen Tom for a while actually. Saying that, I think it's summer season now, ain't it? So he's probably well busy. I said to him when I saw him last season, a couple of times I saw him, I went, he's a decent little player, you know. He's got technical ability. He's a deceptive. He doesn't look quick, but he's actually lightning. He's very quick. He's got good ability. He can go both feet. He's got a good shot, and he takes a set piece. I think for Everton, he did everything last season, didn't he? He was taking the corners, the free kicks, the throws, everything. So what are you rating on this bit of business? Do you reckon they'll end up selling him, or do you reckon this will be a hard one for Everton and Newcastle will do?
it's a difficult one because even if Newcastle have bid 35 million and the club accept that, Anthony Gordon may not want to go. You know, I mean, like you say, he's a Scouser, he's an Everton fan first and foremost, so it's a difficult one. But I mean, there's no doubt he's got talent. He just needs to obviously cut out the antics. We're seeing not just in the Liverpool game with the amount of times both him and Richarlison were on the floor. But he's a massive talent. There's no doubt about it. And I mean, Everton were already in trouble last season. They've already lost Richarlison, which I'm sure we'll get onto as well. But if they lose Anthony Gordon as well, you just look at where are their goals going to come from? Because Dominic Calvert-Lewin was injured for the majority of the season. There's no one, I don't think, in double figures other than Richarlison. And I think Anthony Gordon got near to 10 goals this season.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's worrying times. They'll be right down if they don't sign anyone and let their two best players go, which have already let one of them go. And if they let Anthony Gordon, who was definitely up there as one of the best three Everton players last season, then I really, and I'm not just saying this just because I'm a Liverpool fan, I really think they will get relegated if they don't sign anyone at all.
Yeah, same. I think they're massively in trouble. Massively in trouble. I just don't see him. I just don't. And BHS. But yeah, Savage is going all for the shops that are shut down.
CNA as well.
CNA. Do you remember CNA? I used to like CNA. Yeah. CNA's still in France. You can go to France and go to CNA.
And Barcelona as well.
Yeah. And Belgium, I think. Everywhere else. No, I'm surprised. There'll be a Woolworths in France soon.
Probably, yeah.
Now, Anthony Gordon is a talented little player, and he caused us a lot of troubles when we played him.
He did.
He's a talented little boy. He's got to stop the diving, though. He's getting already a name for himself. Refs are already looking at it, knowing that he throws himself to the floor really easy.
Yeah.
Everton can't afford this. If they let Richarlison and Anthony Gordon go, they're signing their own death warrant, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because they won't replace them. Problem is, they've got the Richarlison money now for a week or so now. I've not heard one whimper of Everton looking at any players in the transfer market.
They owe a lot of money, though, don't they?
They owe a lot of money. This is the problem. I think Everton are done. I don't see them buying anyone. If they do, it's going to be free agents or loan deals or players that are really, really cheap, 2, 3, 4 million sort of price, and try and work on it. They have to sell Anthony Gordon because they have to make money to pay off their debts and the people they owe. Then they're finished. They're gone. They can't replace them two players. They're their two. Richarlison's their best player. Anthony Gordon was probably their second best player towards the end of last season, along with Pickford. And that's it. Yeah, exactly. Everton are massively in trouble.
I think one thing, if this deal does happen, I wouldn't be surprised if Everton ask for, because they need a striker, I wouldn't be surprised if they ask for Chris Wood in return. I'm just going to throw that out.
Oh, Chris Wood would be a bit of business for him, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised if they get him.
Chris Wood and Calvert-Lewin up front. Just play them off each other. Like Burnley did with the two boys.
Yeah.
Who was it? Chris Wood and who was it they played off? Who was the other big striker they had up front with him? Can't remember his name now.
Not Callum Wilson, because he's not.
No. It was someone at Burnley. Chris Wood and someone together. They played off each other all the time, didn't they? Yeah, that's it. Barnes, yeah. Played each other off all the time. And maybe Everton could do that. Get Chris Wood in. Or like if you're having Anthony Gordon, we can just take Chris Wood on loan or something like that. If you can't make it part of the deal, just take him on loan for the season, because he's probably served. Is he really going to play much for Newcastle? I don't know. It depends who they buy in the forward area. But
true.
Then you got Calvert-Lewin and Wood up front. That makes our Everton a bit more difficult, especially if they decide to just be a more direct team and play long balls, get them into the channels, use the two wide boys that they got, get the boys up the top. Yeah, play a bit like Burnley did. Play a bit like Burnley did till you get the money in and just try and survive. That's what Everton are going to have to do. Big up Gabriel, how you doing, my friend? Big up Tipo, how you doing? Ryan certainly does walk you right there. Can't wait to Arsenal lose their opening game again. Tell you what, I think they're away to Palace as well, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Friday night.
I don't want away to Palace on the opening night of the Premier League on a Friday night under the lights at Selhurst Park. No, thank you. I'd rather go anywhere else than that, to be fair.
They played Brentford, didn't they, on the opening game last season as well?
Yeah. Got beat, didn't they, quite comfortably? But
Mm.
yeah, we'll get to Arsenal in a bit because their transfers a bit slowing down. Big up Savage's Rods, my man. Rods. How you doing? Are you doing good, Rods? Jamie, what was your reaction when Salah's agent put the laughing emoji again and you signed it after? I didn't actually see it because I was busy doing stuff. So I looked at my phone and I saw Salah signed a new contract, and obviously I came straight up to do a video. And then after I looked through, that's when I saw the emoji. So I didn't actually see it. I didn't actually see it first. And but then I was looking through, and then Liverpool Football Club actually liked the emoji, didn't they? And that got people wondering, didn't it? So the emoji came out. Liverpool then liked it, and then everyone got talking. This is how I see it. Apparently, everyone then got talking. Went, why Liverpool just liked his Salah's agent's emoji, and then like half hour later, it came out that Salah signed. So. Yeah,
he needs to put that in though, doesn't he? He really does. The agent. I mean, just stop with all that, honestly. And Carragher went into him afterwards, didn't he? Saying, "How about stop putting your laughing emojis on and just concentrate on your actual client and get that contract signed." So, yeah, there's no need for it really. Just gets fans rattled as we already are anyway, and that's the last thing we needed. Obviously, it's good news in the end, but imagine if it was the other way around and he was going. It's just, there'd be some peed off Liverpool fans right now if that was the case.
Totally. Niall says, I can't remember, Stephen, but I think you covered it before about Tillemans, Raphinha, the fullback who Man United signed, and De Jong. Yeah. The Dutch boy from PSV, weren't it? They've signed for 14 mil, something like that. Yeah, Van Persie was just speaking about him today, saying he's a good talent. But to be fair, I've never seen him play much. No. Obviously, a lot of Man United fans now say they've got the best fullback in the league. You know what Man United fans are like. And he's going to be amazing. And everyone watch out. You know, United fans, just keep calm, man. You told us Alex Telles was as good as Robbo. Now, he was jank. Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. You know, he's at the buffet at the moment. He ain't been seen for a while. Then you got... Wan-Bissaka, who, by the way, was a very, very good footballer and a very good defender till Man United ruined him. Absolutely ruined him. Yeah. When he was at Crystal Palace, he was superb. Even in Man United's first season, when he went there, in Man United's first season, he looked fantastic. And now he just looks washed up, completely gone. Yeah, Sancho should be a fantastic footballer, but last season they just treated him like absolute shite. Didn't know what to do with him. There's no logic to Man United transfers. This is the problem. There's no logic to them because they don't know what to do with them when they buy them. They just buy these players to make it look good that they got all these awesome footballers. And then they have no idea what to do with them. Oh my God, my video just came on. And you have no idea what to do with them. It's just ridiculous. They link with Savage. Is that the midfielder from Lazio?
Yeah, that one that was like 100-odd million a few years ago.
He has been spoke about high regards for years, absolute years, but no one's ever touched him. No one's ever touched him. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he had 100 million release clause, didn't he? And then that's gone. And I think they're looking at 50-odd million for him. Arsenal need midfield. Yeah, they need midfielders. They got Vieira in, I think, is a good midfielder. That's who I wanted at Liverpool. I thought he was all right. I thought he was a decent player. Injury, hasn't he? They bought him with a broken leg, as you do. But I thought he was all right. Ronald McDonald settings activated. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's grown on me. I don't know what it is. It's because I've got these lovely brown eyes, you see. So I think the yellow t-shirt would look lovely on me.
Fair play, it's not for me, that one.
I'm going to get it, put it on and wear it in the stream, and everyone's going to go, Jay, you're right. It looks great on you. Oh, Jesus. There you go. And sub to you, my man.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Carvalho, the reign of Coutinho. Yeah, he does remind me of Philippe Coutinho. And when I watch him, when I even look at him, I saw him walking into Liverpool the other day in Diaxa when they were walking in. And he actually even looks a bit like him, don't he? It's just, he's going to be a talented boy. Cavani is talented. He'll be training with the best in the business. Yeah. All we got to do is make sure we don't put too much pressure on him because look, he's a young kid, so he will have bad games because he's young. He's raw. He'll have bad games. I just don't want the fan base to come down on him like we've done before in Young Talents when he's had a couple of bad games. Because some people are doing it. Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott started last season on fire. He was excellent in our midfield. It was all, talking about how well he settled down so easily and looked so good in the team. Then the man smashed his leg to smithereens and weren't as good when he came back. Shock. It's like
takes time, doesn't it? It really does.
Yeah. Leave the kid be. He'll be fine. Yeah, of course. And Anta and a little go in the chat. I'll leave them to be. Just be nice to each other, guys. Premiership proven is pundit talk. For we have no idea what we're talking about and bigged up a foreign player who look like mugs they are. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. It's so true, Wayne. It's so true. Yeah. It's so true. I don't mind the yellow kit. Jesus Christ, did not on one of the congrats of I just
cheers, Doug.
Doug, I don't know what it is, mate. I just it's grown on me. It's grown on me. Like when you get eczema and it just grows on you and you get used to it after a while. It's like that. It's like that. Oh. It's like that. You don't mind it in the end. You're like, yeah, I'm proud of it. Fuck it. Oh dear. Big up, Jody. How you doing? All the way from Canada. I believe it's Canada. Good morning from across the pond. Yeah, there you go. Up the Reds. Jamie, blessing to your family, bro. You never walk out. Big up to you, Jody.
Afternoon.
Yeah, what time is it for the Americans and North Americans? Must be early.
I think it's still
2
around
o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Go and look at the airport tweet about Ronaldo. I've got to have a look at it. I'll find it. Well, Steve, we've got one of us will find it. Big up, Doug, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, Doug's doing good. Doug, hope Doug's tuning in while he's on honeymoon. Big up, exactly. Doug. Big up, Doug on honeymoon. Yeah. Sitting by the beach or by the pool right now with a beer in one hand, his phone in the other.
Beer American.
And watching us on the screen. Big up, Doug. Big up, Doug. Doug, remember you're Scottish. Don't stay in that sun too long, my friend. Remember that. Jamie, for you and Statman, do you think we'll go strongest next week against Man United? We'll go as strong as the players we have available. Strong as the players we have available. What I am looking forward to in that Man United game next week, we'll see Ramsey play at right back more than likely, which should be good. We'll probably see Carvalho play. We'll probably see Elliott play. We'll probably see Bobby play. Curtis Jones play. Diaz is playing probably. Ox will play. Max Boltman will probably play a few games. Kate Gordon. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I definitely am. And then you got all the other internationals are coming back
tomorrow and Friday. I think
tomorrow and Friday all the internationals come back. So they'll be all there as well. But I doubt they will play. Yeah,
they'll play a bit part game. Jurgen normally for the first game they get 45 minutes.
Yeah, it does.
Generally,
two teams.
So you could see potentially the more genuine starters like the Van Dijks and the Trents, etc. Maybe start in the second half.
Yeah,
mixture of youth and experience in the first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is so true, Anish. Why are people shocked? Ronaldo's never going to play in Europa League. Exactly. Look, Ronaldo is a brand. Yeah. He might be a person, a human being, but at the end of the day, he's a brand. He sells himself as, his brand. You can't do that when you're playing Europa League. It's just
exactly.
That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, it does shock me that Man United fans are like, oh, what? He wants to leave? What? Yeah, of course he does. But as I said, I don't feel sorry for him because he still made that decision to go when Solskjaer was manager.
He certainly did.
Ronaldo and Messi in the same team. Oh, no, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? It'd be weird.
Weird.
And it's like Maradona and Pele playing with each other. That would be nice. I'd love to have seen that. Or Messi and bloody Maradona. Jesus Christ. That's all you'd need. You wouldn't need 10 other players. You wouldn't need 9 other players, would you? You wouldn't even need to just have Messi and Ronaldo versus a team. They'll win. Yeah. I actually want to see it happen. I'm here for it. I want to see it. Don't affect me. It don't affect us. It's in France, ain't it? let the French worry about it. But
Mm.
I want to see it happen. I want to see Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and Mbappe on the same team. I want to see how Mbappe puts that team together. You know, I'm just
Still not win the Champions League, will they, mate?
No. But I want to see it. I just want to see it. I can imagine the FIFA. I can imagine the FIFA team I could make if Ronaldo went to PSG. Yeah, I mean that's what they play. I mean PSG's owners play FIFA, don't they? That's just play FIFA with human beings. That's how they do it. Big up, Les. How you doing, my friend? Man's at work right about now, but fuck it. If my boss catches me, I'm asking for a pay rise. Big up, Les. Big up, Les. How you doing, my friend? Ronaldo and Messi in the same team. We're playing FIFA. Yeah, well, PSG are. He could go Bayern and replace Lewandowski. I've got some Bayern news actually. I've got some Bayern news while we're talking about it. Hang on, I did have anyway, but I've lost it now. I did have it. Hang on, one second. I did have Bayern. Where is it? Oh right. So João Felix might be going to Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich are looking to try and get João Felix out of prison. Obviously, João Felix has been in prison for 6 years at Atletico Madrid, and he needs to get out. He needs to get out. And apparently, Bayern Munich are very interested in him. So Bayern Munich look like they're getting Ligt away from Chelsea. So obviously, Chelsea were in for Ligt because he was another player that
other million, isn't it?
Yeah, that other teams were looking at because they have no sporting director at the moment, so they have no idea who to buy. So Todd Bowley, who has no idea about football, remember. Just the same as FSG when they came in, to be fair. Just looking at the names he knows and going, right, they're going for that player. Let's just hijack the deal. It's not how it works, Todd. It's not how it works. And Thomas Tuchel must be like, this is not how you do transfer business. He must be like literally pulling his hair out. Must be like, it's not how you do transfer business. You just don't go, oh, he's buying him. We go for him. I might not even want him. Chelsea, as I said, they're in the mud at this moment in time. They've lost Christensen. They've lost Rudiger. They've not replaced either of them yet. They tried to do it with Ligt, but Ligt looks like he's closer more going to Bayern Munich right there than he's Chelsea. They try to get Koundé in, but Koundé doesn't want to leave Spain. He just doesn't want to leave Spain. Right? Don't blame him. I mean, if I lived in Seville where you walk down the road and orange trees are everywhere, I mean, you know what I mean? Why would you want to leave? You're madness. No, they're having serious trouble. I don't know where they go. Maybe we can loan them Nat Phillips for a little while, see how they go. But but yeah, Chelsea, they're stuck in a rock and a hard place at the moment. But yeah, João Felix going to Bayern Munich. I saw that Bayern bit there. I thought, Bayern Munich could be and then I saw it in João Felix. Yeah, João Felix at Bayern Munich. Well, they generate a lot in Germany, don't they? They generate a lot of money in Germany, but they don't. They usually spend within Germany, don't they?
Yeah.
They don't really spend without. That's why everyone says Mane is one of the biggest signings ever to go to the Bundesliga from outside of Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Especially to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich just usually snap up all the great talent within Germany, don't they? And so it's very rare that they go away. I mean, the only time I think Frank Ribery and Robben, sort of them kind of players they bought, but that's like 12 years ago.
As well.
Yeah, that's like 12 years ago with them too. And then Sane at City, because I think Sane just wanted to go back to Germany anyway. So it's an easy deal to do. So they got money. And João Felix, I don't know what his bail conditions are, but he needs to get out of prison in Atletico Madrid. That is for sure.
Football. That's what he's got to play.
That's what he needs. He looked great playing attacking football.
1
million a week at PSG. Oh, don't you?
Probably.
That's another thing. That's a good point, actually. When Ronaldo learns what Mbappe's on.
I'll have some
Jesus. Of that. Can you imagine? So Forest is working hard on the Nico Williams deal, but Liverpool want £20 million for Nico Williams. It's a deal Liverpool. I've said this a few times before on the channel. I think sometimes Liverpool might ask sometimes a bit too much money for players sometimes. And I think sometimes it has come back to bite us on the arse. I mean, with the Mane thing, I do seriously think we could have got more money for Mane. But because the deal we did with Bayern Munich for Thiago, the way we sort of got him cheap, it sort of come back and bit us a little bit. Now we're asking 20 million for Nico for me, that's so a lot of money for Nico Williams. Personally, I know he's a Welsh international, but I find that quite a bit of money. So if Liverpool can get 20 million for him, that's a great business bet yet again. But I hope Nico Williams leaves because I think he needs to play.
Yeah, especially
and he wants to play in the World Cup. And when I watch him for Wales, he's a talented little player, Nico Williams. He's just Nico's problem is he plays under Trent. It's mad that he's Trent's like number 2, but they're like almost the same age. There's not much difference in ages. Trent's just that good. But obviously, when he came in that few times, he just wasn't Trent, was he? And unfortunately, you get some idiots in this world, even Liverpool fans, and they just crucified him on social media, and it's just not right. I don't know why you crucify your own. Yes, he's not as good as Trent, but you don't have to go on Twitter and absolutely slander the man, do you? It's just it makes no sense. It's not his bloody fault, is it? He's not as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Exactly.
But I hope he gets his move and it works well for him. Forest would be a good deal for him because obviously Jed Spence, by the look of it, is going to Tottenham and they got a medical set up for him sometime this week, which would be that's a good bit of business for Spurs. Spurs doing bits in this summer transfer window. What do you make of their summer transfer window, Steve?
Tottenham they've signed some decent players. I mean, obviously Basuma, he'll be all right. Horrible bastard to play with next season, play against next season. Perisic, obviously, he's coming to the end of his career. Obviously, Richarlison, we'll wait and see. They might as well just open a massive swimming pool in their halfway line at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because they spend half the time on the floor anyway, so they might as well practice diving in the new swimming pool. But no, they've signed some decent players. They'll definitely be up there. And I still think they need a few more players yet. I really do. The midfield still isn't that strong for me. I think they can replace Højbjerg. Basuma obviously is a decent signing. I think he'll be up there definitely, but they need to strengthen that midfield. Son, who I rate massively, I think Son's their best player in the team by far. But no, I think they've definitely signed some decent players so far. They need probably another 2 or 3 just to be able to. I wouldn't say compete because they're not going to compete with the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City. That's just not happening. But they could maybe consolidate and maybe even get 3rd position or 4th again next season with the right signings again because they're going to have to improve.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, like I've been saying this with Spurs. I think Spurs will do decent. I think Spurs will finish in the top 4 quite comfortably next season. But all this title charge, I think it's because of the manager they got.
Yeah.
Now, when I look at the players coming in, now Basuma's a very, very good footballer, don't get me wrong. But Basuma, Højbjerg, Oliver Skip, and Bentancur is not the most exciting of midfield 4s. Yes, they got squad depth there. They can rotate that now. That is good for them. It still doesn't. It's not a scary midfield. It's a good midfield. What it tells me, they're playing counter-attacking football. But what I've been thinking recently with the Richarlison signing, I think he's going to change it up a little bit. Now, at Inter Milan, instead of playing 3-4-3 at Inter Milan, he played 3-5-2. And he played Martinez and Lukaku up front together. They played off each other and played a 2 up top. Now, I'm thinking he might be doing that with Spurs and playing Richarlison alongside Harry Kane in a 3-5-2. And having Son as almost your like wing back in a way. Because wing backs now are not the way you'll play it. It'll be like as a wing back, designed wing back. He won't be a defensive minded wing back. It'll be a forward minded wing back, and then having Jed Spence on the other side, and then you can have a midfield 3 of maybe Højbjerg, Basuma, and a Skip, say in that. Yeah, exactly. in that midfield 3, and that might be how they go and play counter-attacking football.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that quite works because, Son won't mind playing wing back because he'll just get on with it, but you probably want him further forward. Now, if you're playing 3-4-3, you're just playing 2 in midfield. If you're only playing 2 in midfield, then you're playing. I don't know, Basuma's probably going to be their main defensive midfielder.
Definitely, yeah.
And you got to play him alongside probably Bentancur. Bentancur's the passer in the team. Them 2 will be your centre midfielders. Then you got a wing back on one side, Perisic probably on one side, and then Jed Spence on the other side, your wing back, and then you got your three up top, and Kulusevski, Son, and Kane. That's how I would go, because getting the free, I've seen people say about this 3-5-2 because he's come in, Richarlison. It just don't make sense, because why? You got Perisic there, so he's going to play wing back. Cause that's how he played for Inter Milan. But you don't want Son at wing back, and then do you want Son on the bench? Son shouldn't be on the bench over Richarlison. So that makes it. I'm quite confused with the Richarlison signing. Now, obviously, you need squad depth, so you do need players. But 60-odd million for a backup to Harry Kane, and certainly the player Richarlison is. I don't know if that works. So he might be looking to change the whole thing up and maybe not play the way they've been playing. Maybe you go 3-5-2, but then what you do with Son? What do you do with Son? Because they bought Perisic to play wing back. That's why he got bought. It's a weird one. Spurs are going to be decent. Look, if another manager bought all these players Spurs have got right now, I don't think anyone would be saying title challenge. The only reason they are is because who's their manager. And Antonio Conte is known to get the best out of every player. He just likes getting players to fit his system. If they don't have to, with Conte, they don't have to be, every player doesn't have to be like Man City. Pep buys the players to fit a system, but then players have to be the highest end of quality, of world class to play them that system. Conte's not like that, really. He buys players that he can get the best out of and play that system. Like Ashley Young played at Inter Milan at wing back, won a league over there with it. Thingy at Chelsea, he was a Chelsea wing back. He was on loan at Liverpool for a while. I can't remember his name now, but he played wing back for the whole season at Chelsea, and they won the Premier League title. It's just no one thought that he can't play him there, and they did, and it just worked. So yeah, I think because of that, that is why people are raving about Tottenham at the moment. It's not the transfers as such. It's the manager in charge, because you could argue when Pochettino had his best Tottenham team, that's better in his Tottenham team now that Conte's putting together. I mean, it was fantastic, but he weren't the right man in charge. Now Conte, Tottenham will be a trouble, and teams that have got to look at Chelsea. For me, Chelsea, I just don't see Tottenham getting enough points to put in a title challenge. I don't see him losing a lot of games, but because they're going to be more defensively minded, and they got Ligt coming in, who's got a horrible injury record the last 4 years, by the way, hardly played any games. Romero looks an absolute superstar at the back.
Yeah, he's a good player.
They're going to be decent, Tottenham, but they'll be comfortable top four. But Liverpool, Man City, look, Liverpool have already. Everyone keeps going, "Oh, we got rid of Mane." People forget we got Nunes and Diaz in. If Diaz just scores 12 to 14 goals next season, he's already got Mane's goals. So, and then you got extra from Darwin Nunes coming in. True. So people have just got to chill out on that. Liverpool have done their business. City have done their business, and they're as strong as they were. So I just don't see anyone getting near them too. But Spurs, Spurs' players they bought. Jed Spence will be a good player for them, no doubt about it. Definitely. No doubt about that. Right, let's get down these comments and we'll get some more. Big up Lakers.
Big up Lakers, mate.
Ant just showed me that tweet. I'm going to show it you in a minute. He just DM'd me that tweet.
Message him at me as well. So yeah,
I'll get it up now. Look, here we go. I'll get it up now, so then I'll carry on with the chat. It's actually quite funny. So this is a tweet if no one's seen it. So Liverpool Airport put this out. Itching to get out of Manchester but want to avoid the queues. We'll happily invite Cristiano to try the Northwest faster, easier, friendlier airport where he can connect on a Munich or Lisbon with a Lufthansa or fly Ryanair direct to Paris or Rome. That is actually put out by the official Liverpool Airport Twitter page. That is absolutely fantastic banter. Fantastic banter. I love that. That's great. I absolutely love that. Big up and sending me that. I love that sort of stuff. Have a great show, guys. Got to go. Big up Wayne. Thanks for coming in.
Wayne.
If you don't, you're a United fan. The money is sitting there, guys. I can see us going for Bellingham this summer. Dash back to work. Night shot in Oz. Big up Wayne here in Oz.
I think that's supposed to say night shift, isn't it?
Yeah, night shift. Yeah. Everton are selling their kitchen worktops to Fulham. What was that, Dan? Gordon actually caused us problems in Derby. He needs to stop the diving. No,
Yes.
exactly. Peter Reid has a jumble sale to get Duncan Ferguson away, and Rooney's been 1 and 2. Jesus Christ. Gordon's situation similar to Rooney. One have to sell the balance of books. Yeah, exactly. I think Everton are in trouble financially and poorly run clubs. They are very poorly run. Jamie Snapman, the killer from the rival fans wanting Jude, is that he wants us.
He definitely does, yeah.
How have they spent $500 million to be atrocious? Yeah. Everton have spent a lot of money, so much money since they Mashiri came in.
Yeah.
Since he came into that club, the players they spent. I mean, they spent like 35 million on. Is it Klaassen? I mean, it's just Sigurdsson, 50 million on Sigurdsson. Who was like it's all right having money to spend, but someone needs to be there to go, yeah, okay, we've got 50 million to spend, but do you really want to spend it on that player when you can have this player? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, look, Everton had Carlo Ancelotti, one of the greatest managers in the world ever, and he couldn't do anything at Everton and left as soon as Real Madrid came calling. Yeah, he couldn't do anything. I just don't see this Everton team. I really don't see him doing anything.
No.
Oh, could you imagine? Do you know what? If Everton going the way they are, I can see Sean Dyche at Everton. Yeah. I really can. Actually, I'd get him there now because he'll do a good job. Yeah. He'll keep Everton up because he's got a better team than Burnley had, so we'd keep Everton up. Lampard's just going to take him straight down.
Did you see what Lampard did to try and sort of big the players up a little bit anyway?
Oh, no, go on.
So they had like this sort of poster board up at the Everton training ground, and apparently it had all the positive stuff on social media just to try and spur them on and try and make them perform better this season, just to show what a positive impact social media can have. So that was his bright idea.
All right. Lovely. He does know they go on social media,
yeah?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wouldn't it be smart if Everton signed Mitrovic? He might work and it would be cheap. I mean, they did. Yeah, got it, my man. Got it. Salah's agent was laughing at the hysteria from the selection of our fan base. He knew Salah was signing weeks before it was announced. If Man United finished 7th and Newcastle 8th, who are the new signings going to go first? Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll go get in Newcastle in a minute. For Stephen Duffy, but I still think Salah's agent is a douchebag.
Yes, I agree, Liz.
Ryan, how you doing, Ryan? Love the show, Jamie. Need another signing. Big up, Ryan. Do Liverpool need a signing? Do I need a new signing on the channel? What one is it? But no, I get you. Liverpool, yeah, a midfielder in, and the midfielder in to do the job. I agree. Okay. Guys, there's 100 people watching right now. Make sure you hit the like button, please. And don't forget to subscribe to Steve's channel as well. 63 likes, guys. Need to get the likes up. At least get this likes at 100 on this show, guys, please. I would appreciate that very much. I want 100 likes on the video, guys.
Come on, guys. Just think as well. If everyone that's in at the minute, go over to my channel, sub, and then come straight back.
There you go.
Only takes a second just to quickly do it. So yeah, but big up. Let's try and get Jamie up to 100 likes. I'm sure we can do that. It's easy enough.
Les says piss takes things like Chelsea are getting Matheus Nunes. Yeah, that was a deal that just sort of like came up this morning, wasn't it? So I think 45 million with 5 million add-ons or something like that. So yeah, that'd be a good bit of business for Chelsea, but they're buying players in areas that
they don't really need, do they?
Yeah. They got Jorginho, they got Conte, they got Kovacic, they got Gallagher. What about Gallagher? Like Gallagher is good enough to start for Chelsea Football Club.
Yes.
They got Loftus-Cheek. Who else they got? They got a load of midfielders there.
Not too many. They've obviously got Gilmore as well, haven't they?
Billy Gilmore. Oh, he won't. I mean, he's just trash, ain't he? But Conor Gallagher's there, and you see him play for Palace. You've seen him play for England. He got England call
as
up,
well.
playing for Crystal Palace and look decent. Why are you not giving him a go? Just put him in your squad. They got no defenders or a goal scorer. Their transfer business is weird, man. And this Matheus Nunes stuff, the only reason they're buying him is because he was linked to Liverpool and other Premier League teams. Before that, no one even heard of him.
They've got what's it, Timo Werner, who at one point had the same amount of goals as Alisson did in one of the seasons. So that just speaks volumes in itself. So
there you go. I mean, they need forwards. I've said this about Sterling plenty of times. I think Sterling will end up going to Chelsea. It's the right move for him, the right club. He goes back to London. You know, he obviously from the Wembley area as well, so he'd be close to home. And it's a good deal for him. But if they don't get a striker, Sterling won't work. Now, Sterling's best results, like if you look at Sterling's career, when he was at Liverpool, Sterling looked fantastic when he was working off Daniel Sturridge and Luis Suarez. When he went to Man City, he looked fantastic working off Aguero. So when Aguero was the number 9, that's when his numbers were at its highest. Since Aguero's left, Sterling's numbers have dwindled because he's got no real striker to play off.
Yeah.
If he goes to Chelsea, which looks like it will happen, and they buy no striker, he can't play off Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is at number 9. He's not going to be in them positions for Sterling to work off, because Sterling wants what he wants to do. He wants to get in the ball, attack his defender, get into the box, play 1-2s and get his shots off, or try or put a ball across the face of the goal for tap-ins. That's his game. If he hasn't got the number 9 there to do it, he will struggle. So, in a weird way, Sterling would have worked really well off Lukaku. He would have worked really well off Lukaku. In a weird way, it would have worked. Like Lukaku would have held the ball up, could have played the ball off for Sterling. Sterling could have found Lukaku making runs into the box and getting tap-ins and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that might have actually worked really well. Chelsea's transfer strategy is just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. You buy Sterling, you buy Lukaku, and then you loan him for 8 million. It's just mad. It's mad.
It's the way they run.
It is. Kogi, big up to you. Think we might get one more. Hope it's a midfielder or a DM. Yeah, I agree. Big up 6 times. How you doing, my friend? Oh, I did press it and then I went. There we go. Big up.
Big up.
Yeah, House of Hoff, how you doing?
House of Hoff. Evening, afternoon.
Can you please tell if Ronaldo has left Man United? I mean, I don't legitimately know, but apparently he hasn't turned up for training for the 2nd day in a row. So news coming out that Ronaldo misses training again. So he doesn't turn up the training this morning with the club. So he looks like he's sitting this one out.
Yeah.
He looks like he's sitting this one out and he does not want to join. So up with his club this season. Who was it last season who did the same thing? Was it Harry Kane, wasn't it?
Harry Kane didn't turn up until September, did he?
Yeah, and then just got on with it.
Yeah.
Same here could happen with Ronaldo if no one takes him.
Yeah.
No one takes him. FIFA 23 will have a World Cup mode trailer coming up. FIFA 23. Andrew, I'm too old, man. I mean, to be fair, look, I've got all the FIFA games, and the last one I played for a little bit, and I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time no more. That's the problem.
Too busy doing these, aren't we? That's the thing.
Yeah. I'm either doing this or with the family. There's no real time to put anything else in between. Did you see look at Carvalho's face when he saw the training going? He loved it. Yes. Yeah, I know. It was amazing. Did anyone see when Jurgen Klopp came and met all the team, didn't he? And when he saw Ben Davies and he looked at him and he didn't know who he was, did he? He had no idea who Ben Davies was. Ben Davies just came up to him like high five, like getting ready for a Klopp hug. And it's like Klopp didn't have no idea. He took a step back. He had no idea who that was. I'm telling you right now. If you ask who do you think that was, Jurgen? Don't know. Just saw him. No, I am not related to Nat Phillips. No. Never give up a FPL. So looking forward to watch and enjoy Diaz for a whole season. Yes, same here. Chelsea have a big squad, but I think they're 20% weaker after the defense just smashed it. Exactly. Bayern cleaning up all the talent in Bundesliga. Yeah, always do. That's why Jurgen Klopp left Dortmund in the end. Also, a bit of news: we are confident on getting Job Bellingham. His family are very convinced on our project. Only a matter of time. We'll go use Job as bait. Is that what we're doing? Come and get your brother, Jude. Yeah. Question: do Arsenal finish above Chelsea? No. Even if Chelsea are the way they are now, I don't think Arsenal get in the top 6. I'm saying it now. I think Arsenal will struggle. Let's talk about Arsenal while you brought it up. So, Arsenal got Vieira in. They got from Porto. Gabriel Jesus, good player. That's a good signing, Gabriel Jesus. He'll do bits. But at this moment in time, that is it, I do believe. I know they got a Marquinhos from
Marquinhos, yeah.
Marquinhos. When I saw they were buying Marquinhos, I thought, wow, that's a fucking massive signing. And then I realised it was like a teenage boy. And I realised it was a teenage boy no one's ever heard about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that. So Arsenal failed to make Champions League last year. They had 4th place in their hands. What was it? 3 games to go. They had 4th place sewn up, and then gave it away. Then they go and buy Gabriel Jesus. Good bit of business. I mean, I like that for Arsenal. Bought Vieira, another bit good bit of business. Like that as well. But apart from that, it's the same Arsenal team.
Yeah.
And the same problems will be there next season. They haven't got good enough fullbacks.
No.
Tierney's always injured. If Tierney stays fit, he's a tremendous player. But otherwise, they've got no decent fullbacks. Gabriel is an okay centre-back. Ben White is okay centre-back. But they're not. They're not Champions League. They're not Champions League. No, they're not Champions League defenders. No. They're just not. They're just not. And if that's your team, going forward, Martinelli, Saka, Nketiah, and Gabriel Jesus is okay, but it's not littered with goals.
No.
They've improved the midfield a little bit with Vieira, but he sort of plays in the Odegaard position, so it's still a bit of a weird signing. Thomas Partey, always injured. Can he stay fit for a whole season and produce? Because when he does, they do look a lot better. Xhaka, we all know what Xhaka's about. It's a weird one with Arsenal, ain't it? I think they need to do so much more business yet.
Yeah, massively. I think if you look at it, I mean, if they were to line up tomorrow with that team,
I'll be right back. You take it away, Steve. I'll be right back.
So yeah, if you were to line up with that team tomorrow and you look at it, you've got obviously they've got rid of lack of threat. Obviously he's gone now back to Lyon, but they've got Eddie and Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus. They're not going to get many goals at all, are they really? So I mean, I think most teams will be quite comfortable knowing that they're facing an Arsenal side with them too there. And yes, obviously Saka, Martinelli, they are talented, good players out there, but I can't really see anyone in that team who's going to score. I'd be very surprised if Gabriel Jesus gets any more than sort of 12 to 15 goals this season. I'd be very, very surprised if he gets any more than 12 in itself, to be honest. Yes, he's a fantastic player, Jesus, but obviously he was playing in a better team when he was with Manchester City and Arsenal. They're not the team that they used to be when they had the likes of Vieira, etc. So for me, I think Arsenal will even struggle to make European places next season. If you look at Newcastle are improving, Spurs are improving, teams in and around them are improving, and Arsenal potentially could get left behind. So I was just saying there, Jamie, that if you look at their team sheet, and if Crystal Palace were looking at it right now, you're looking at Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus, and I mean, I just said there, I'd be very surprised if Jesus gets any more than 12 league goals this season, because he was playing in a team that was obviously far superior, and now he's playing in a team which, in all fairness, is quite average. Yes, Jesus is a decent player, and so is Fabio Vieira, but the rest of them are bang average at the very least. So I'm not worried about Arsenal, certainly not, and I'm sure Palace aren't either.
No, exactly. No, I think Paris might do them as well. But everyone's answered it. Victor Moses, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, you won league with them, so he can definitely do it. Big up to everyone.
Nice.
I think it's fair when we play United to give him a 10-minute head start.
We still end up losing.
See you in the house. How you doing? I want to see Conor Gallagher playing in Chelsea next season. We feel this season. I don't know why he won't. I don't get it. He did so well at Crystal Palace, got in the England team, got him Young Player of the Year nomination. How is he not going to be back in this Chelsea squad? He should be in this Chelsea squad, especially with the 5 substitution rule. There's no reason for me looking at it that Conor Gallagher ain't in this Chelsea team.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well, mate, isn't it? I mean, he went on loan to Palace, and now he's back in and around the Chelsea team. Gallagher's a better player than Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah. Get him in. Spurs getting more than 85 points.
Ooh, that's a shout.
Gaza, I take it you're a Spurs fan. They finished on 71 points this season. I just don't know. I don't finish on 85 points. Might even win the Premier League if they finish on 85 points. It's not guaranteed that Liverpool and City are going to get 90 points every single season.
No.
85 points is Premier League winning stuff. If City or Liverpool win the league on 90 points, Spurs only 5 points behind. I don't know about that.
Wouldn't see it myself.
Spurs will have the same problem they had this season. They played really well against the big clubs.
Yes,
because Spurs are at their best when they don't have the ball.
Yeah,
that's when Spurs are most dangerous. So when they have the ball and they're the team that have to win games, that's when they have a problem. That's when they come a little unstuck.
Yeah,
and Conte's always been the same like that in his system. That's why he's never won a European Cup. That's why the teams he had in Juventus and the Inter Milan teams, all these great sides he has managed, he's never done well in Europe because his style of play is more, we counter attack, and it can come unstuck a little bit at times. And I just don't see 85 points. I don't see Spurs losing a lot of games because of the players they got and the way they're going to set up. They're going to be hard to beat, but I don't see them winning enough games at the same time as well. They might draw a lot next season, Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you just said there, Jamie. It's not the teams that they're expected to win against that they struggle. It's the teams that, obviously the likes of the Brightons and stuff like that, they struggled against them. But when it came to the likes of Liverpool and Man City, they took points off both teams last season. So it's the need to try and sort that out first and foremost if they're going to get anywhere near 85 points, which I don't think they'll get near to that.
No,
personally.
That's a lot of bloody points. 85. That's a lot of wins.
It is.
That's a lot. I just don't see him winning that much. Oh, he's not a Spurs fan. Just makes you worry. Oh, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
Gazer. I think you have been here before, actually, talking about Liverpool stuff. So, yeah, I mean, they make me worry, but not on an 85-point scale.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised they got in the 70s, but they were 20 points behind City and Liverpool last season. That means they got either gained 20 points on what they already got, or Liverpool and City have got to drop 10 to 15. I don't see them two teams dropping off quite that much yet. I know everyone's still, it's already started, ain't it? Like, people were saying that, I've seen it already. I've been on some YouTube channels and people saying Tottenham will finish above Liverpool this season. And I don't get it, because Mane left. All of a sudden everyone's saying Liverpool go fall off. Like, Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez are coming to the club, and we've lost no one else. Like, literally no one else has left the club apart from Sadio Mane, and you're saying we're going to fall off that much. I just don't get it. Everyone is so sure that Liverpool can't succeed every season. I'm sure when we see Premier League predictions at the beginning of the season and all the newspapers and other YouTube channels and stuff like that, I bet they have Tottenham above Liverpool. It wouldn't surprise me because Mane's left. And these same people, they're saying that Mane weren't the same player. Like, it weren't just Liverpool fans. It was other rival fans saying, Mane's finished. You weren't the player he was anymore. You guys got to move on. So we do. And then they're saying we're not going to be as good. Makes no sense.
Yeah, just don't pay any attention to what BBC said after they had us finishing like fourth and not even in the top four. It was just absolutely
Jermaine Beckford, that's fifth.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous.
It's because they don't do their research. This is the problem. If you notice with Sky Sports and like radio stations like Talk Sport and Radio 5 and things like that, they're actually going more down the YouTube route now. They're getting YouTubers in to do work. Look at Mark Goldbridge. He's on Talk Sport now.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Goldbridge is let's face it, he's the king of football YouTube. He's number one. And, they're going down that road now because we do it better. It's as simple as that. Our punditry is better. Our research is better. We know the players we're talking about. They have no idea. Because they don't watch football. Pundits don't watch football. They literally don't.
Yeah.
When it's their off season, they have their off season. And when they have to come in to watch a game, they just watch that game. They don't watch football religiously like we all do. They just don't. So that's why they don't know what they're talking about. You know, and I remember when they said when we bought Conte, he's a young French defender. He's probably never going to get French caps. How good is he really going to be? You know, he was man of the match for us in the Champions League final. You know, it's just fantastic. But they just don't get it. They don't do their research and look into things. And people should just ignore it and not get too worked up about it.
Definitely.
Of course, when it comes out, and it will, and they got Liverpool third, I will do a video on it and just absolutely destroy them. Because Conte's coming at Spurs, and all of a sudden they go look. Spurs should not have finished fourth. It's Arsenal's fault they did. It's Arsenal's fault they did. We wouldn't be talking about Spurs right now if Spurs finished fifth last season.
No,
it's their own bloody fault.
Very
Arsenal's
true, yeah.
It's all down to Arsenal, you fuckers. Sonny King, how you doing, my friend? Could Spurs overpaying for a backup forward not affect how much and who they can buy for other positions they probably need? Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know how much money Spurs have because Enoch apparently released 200 million from them, didn't they? And then they still got money the club has generated itself. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much money they got.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone is at this minute in time, are they really? But Spurs seem to spend when obviously they need to spend. So unless they're making any more signings or selling anyone, Spurs still need a few more signings yet, don't they? Well, I know we've discussed it already, but they definitely need a few more in there. Obviously, they've got the striking situation sorted out, so I think they need to shore up the sort of midfield, and I think they still need to sign one more defender for me. But yeah, I don't think it's the end of Spurs signings just yet, anyway, mate. Is it?
No. Have you got a rubber, man?
Yeah, I've just got the school run in just over 5 minutes. So no, it's always good to come on the channel, mate.
No worries, mate.
I'll have to send you the link if you're free tomorrow at 10:30.
Yeah. I'll be free at 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Cool. No worries, mate. But thank you as always for having me on, mate.
Always a pleasure, you know that.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm on 301 at the minute still. So
there you go, guys. You know what to do. Smash it up, guys. Smash it up for him. Road to 500 subs, guys.
Definitely. And enjoy the rest of the show, guys. Obviously, Jamie's smashing it as always. Long may that continue. And obviously, we both help each other out. So, looking forward to it and enjoy the rest of the stream. Jamie's famous now for his 2-3 hour streams. So, enjoy the ride. But no, thanks as always for having me on, mate. And I'm always come on when I can, as you know, and same vice versa.
Be up to you, my friend. See you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Big up, Steve. So go and share Statman, guys. Go and subscribe to him. Go and subscribe to his channel, guys. He's a good fellow. He's been a good friend of mine since I started YouTube. Sort of started roughly around the same sort of time, and we've helped each other out all the way. And he's a good guy. Go and check him out. Everton are at shambles. They certainly are, Gary. They're terrible. The funniest thing about them is they actually installed a board so you can't see Anfield from Goodison. That is so true, Ant. I know. How pathetic is that? How pathetic is that? Because obviously, if you go in Anfield and you go into the main stand, if you go into the corner where the big window are with the red dots on it, you can see Goodison straight across. But they built borders up so you can't see Anfield. That's pretty babyish, ain't it? That's pretty immature and pathetic, to be fair, ain't it? Pretty pathetic. Krista, how you doing? Your predictions for the Premier League champion? Jesus, I'd probably say City right now, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. There ain't going to be much in it between City and Liverpool. I think it's going to be closer than people think. People think it's going to be a blown away affair. It'd be closer than what people think, but thank you for your question. I will be doing a Premier League prediction towards the end of July. So once we get to the I'll probably do it after. So we've got the Community Shield on the 30th of July. 31st, I'll probably do on the 31st or the 1st of August. I'll probably do my Premier League prediction show, guys. So I'll be doing that then, and in a few weeks' time, after after pre-season's basically done. Big up Gary. Liverpool to win it. Big up Wolf. It must be so annoying, Everton looking across Stanley Park. Imagine we installed something to stop seeing that eyesore shed. I know, but you can see it, can't you? It's just massive. Sal's still there, and Barkley. Yeah, exactly, bonkers. That's what I'm saying. Everton buying, Chelsea buying players they don't really need. Yeah, Gallagher is quality. Noel Gallagher, if he can play. Shout out to Liz. Always a shout out to Liz. Oh, there you go. James freaking Milner won their lactate test again. Is there any surprise or shock in that, Liz? Literally, is there any surprise or shock in that? I don't think there is. The man's a freak. We all know he's a freak. The man will win it when he's 40 and 50. I think we should be doing lactate tests on Milner when he's not even part of the team anymore. When he's gone and retired and he's in his 40s, I think we should still test him just for the fun of it and see where he is. I bet he still wins. That's the Ribena kicking in. Yeah. Darlington FC's 5, Newton, Alcliffe 2 last night in a pre-season game. Big up the Darlington, Ian. Big up the Darlington. Milner refreshes parts of his body that other players cannot reach it. Exactly. Big up, Les. How you doing, Les? Guys, like and share, subscribe. Your wife, siblings, parents, and children. For fuck's sake, then like the stream from their devices. Big Les, activate cheat code this year. We're going big Jamie, aka English Messi. Big up, Les. Les, thank you for your lovely message, mate, and your contribution to the channel is well received, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate the love. The thumbnail looks so sweet, Jamie. You and your daughter, God bless her. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate it. Ben Davis definitely won a competition. He did, didn't he? He just won, or a raffle. He just won one of them competitions where you get meet a team. I think that's what Klopp thought. Maybe he thought it's a charity thing, you know. Oh, he brought someone in. That's nice of him. Let's give him a hug. You know, he didn't know who he was. Arsenal are still on the Wenger hangover, big time. I think Joe Bellingham will play in our academy and cut games for us. It's only a matter of time. I think Carvalho will shock the Premier League. Carvalho is going to be different. Tim Vickery, Journo literally knows everything about Brazil. Just said that said that Jesus told Brazil manager he prefers right wing, not number 9. I think Nketiah will be their main forward. Yeah, I saw something about that. Yeah, Tim Vickery is. I like listening to Tim Vickery. He knows everything about South America. I think he lives in Brazil, don't he? But he knows everything. You want to know about Argentinian and Brazilian football and players from over there and that? Go to Tim Vickery, man. Listen to Tim Vickery. He knows it all. Yeah, I heard about that, Ant. I heard about that. I went and saw the interview actually as well. And yeah, that's why he's not been playing for number 9 for Brazil lately. Because he told the Brazilian manager he prefers to play on the right-hand side of the team. So that's a weird one. Gabriel's playing on the right-hand side. What, Saka on the left? And then what, Martinelli and Eddie Nketiah as your 2 main forwards? Lacking goals there, ain't it? Lacking goals. Got to go, guys. Need to do some painting. Hit the like, Jamie, Liz, chat. Have a great day. Big up, Wolf. Thank you for coming in, my man. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Jamie, we want Joe Bellingham, or maybe this will sway you to come even more. Oh, yeah, use him as bait. I know what you're thinking. Thank God Ronaldo is back. Big up, my friend. Divock. Yeah, Divock's now AC Milan player officially. Liverpool win the league. Jamie, I've seen Spurs channels backing him to finish above us, really, because Mane is a clutch player. Mane was shit the first half of the season. The second half swayed their opinions. Yeah, I agree. African curse to haunt City once again. Opinions are like arseholes, and everyone has one. They certainly do, Liz. And say they didn't respect Mane, really. Come on, yeah, exactly. Big up Fulham. Big up Chelsea, your team, is it? Jamie Rivals don't rate Nunez. He's going to prove them idiots wrong. Can't wait. Yeah, and apparently Real Madrid wanted Nunez. I don't know if anyone heard about this today. But apparently, Real Madrid really wanted Nunez, but they don't, because of the passport system out in Spain. You can't sign certain players, can you? And they won't make like they won't be getting like license and visa to play in the country. So because of that, they couldn't buy Darwin Núñez. But that tells you everything. If Real Madrid were very interested in Darwin Núñez and thought he was a player to really look at, but they couldn't buy him because of the passport situation and the visa situation in Spain. That's the reason they couldn't buy him. Tells you everything. We got a player on our hands. If Real Madrid think he's that good, you know what I'm saying? We definitely got a player in our hands. Just lost where I was on the chat. This happens all the bloody time. StreamYard seems to just update the chat like without you doing anything. Big Chelsea fan, going to take it. Ronaldo will train Man United teammates tomorrow. Big up to you, my friend. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, some stink worse than others. Jamie, this is what happens when you get Joe on loan from Dortmund. He is sweet enough for the true transfer. But yeah, Jack Mac in the house. Yes, mate. Hope you well. Smash the likes and come on, chat. Let's get the likes 100. Jack, if you're about, you can come on, my friend. Jack, if you're around, you want to come on 5-10 minutes, you're more than welcome to, my friend. You're more than welcome to. So Leeds make an opening offer for the Canatry, apparently. There's some loads of deals going around. Wolves are looking at players. Southampton are trying to get some Man City player on loan. So Nottingham Forest are trying to get Nico Williams through the door, which would be an interesting one. The Nico Williams stuff would be an interesting one. I mean, £20 million for Nico Williams. Do good business for a Liverpool side of it, in my opinion. That'd be a good one. Good deal. Let's have a look at this Ronaldo stuff right here. My door just opened without no one there, which is a bit scary. Samara and Leicester exit talks, no shock. Southampton, Silvio Aguero deal. Chelsea plot Pavard swoop. So apparently Chelsea are trying to get Pavard in as well. And Man United obviously are very, very confident of buying now Martinez from the Argentinian international centre-back. They're very interested in getting him now. And, so that should be interesting. All right, I'll send it to you on Thingy Jack. I'll send it to your DMs. So that'd be interesting. Martinez on the way. That would be interesting for Man United. They need a centre-back. There's reports say he might play defensive midfield, so we'll see how that goes there. Let's just get Jack in. Jack wants to come in, so I'm trying to find Jack on Twitter here. I ain't sent Jack anything in a while. Where is it? Hang on. I'm going through everything here. Hang on. All right, chat. There we go. Right, Jack, I sent it to you on Twitter, mate. The link's on Twitter in your DMs if you want to come in, my friend. It's because they're desperate for us to fail. Exactly. They're always desperate for us to fail. Big up, my brother. Smash the likes, people. Thank you very much, Nareek. Thank you very much. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. 93 people still watching. 77 likes. Let's get 100 likes, guys. So if you've not hit the like button yet, guys, what are you waiting for? As soon as anyone goes on a YouTube video, you should just automatically hit that like button because it helps the content creator more than you possibly think it does, guys. It really does. It really, really does. It really helps us content creators because you can have all the views in the world. But if you don't hit the like button, YouTube don't really, push your video out as much as it really should. So, yeah, hit that like button, guys. Let's try and get 100 likes a day on the video if possible. That would really, really help me massively. Thank you very much. Get the likes of 100. Southampton signing Ribeiro from Rangers. Yeah, that'd be a good signing for him. So I do worry about Southampton in this coming season. I really do. Let's get Jack in the show. There we go. All right, my man.
Oh, how you doing, mate?
We've got a bit close together then. We've got a bit close together then, haven't we? How you been? Got a new setup there?
Yeah, I'm just changing my room now, mate. Yeah, but thank you for having me on, mate.
No worries.
Apologies, couldn't come on yesterday. It was on Steve's quiz. You popped in, and I was doing absolutely terrible. So no.
Did it not go well? Did it not go well?
It was. We had a round of not shirt sponsors, but arm sponsors, and
oh Jesus!
Yeah, so I did get the Liverpool Expedia one wrong, and I might deactivate all my socials after that.
You only had to look at it.
Yeah, I said on the video where we do is that I can see it, and then for some reason, I literally could. No wonder I could see it because bloody watched. We've all watched the footy as well last season, so so I had the mayor.
Oh dear, yeah, the mayor. Never mind, it's all good. It's all fun at the end, ain't it?
Yeah.
We live tonight on Outside Anfield YouTube for those interested to watch. Much love, Jamie. No, big up. I will tune in. Imagine paying these guys 500k a week and they don't turn up for work. Yeah, Ronaldo's mad one, ain't it? It's a mad one, Jack.
He took a wage reduction as well. And I think Harry Maguire liked something on social media today on Instagram. And
he's a plum, ain't he? He's a plum.
I don't know if it's his sister or someone controlling the social media account and that, but even still, like the fact that he was liking the story of Ronaldo basically packing up his bags. And but if you're Ronaldo, you don't be wasting your time in Europa League, do you? I think he's 19 consistent seasons in Champions League. That takes some going, though.
It does. He's an amazing player. As much as I don't like him, he's an amazing footballer, and you can't take that away from him. But yeah, Ronaldo's a brand. You know, he's not going to play Europa League football. It's just a simple. I don't understand Man United fans. I can understand a little bit because Man United came when Solskjaer bought him. So you know, this is why I don't completely feel sorry for like Ronaldo at all in any way. He went to Man United when Solskjaer was manager. I don't know what he expected.
Yeah, he knew what he was buying into, didn't he, Jay? Like he knew for example. But if he did go to Chelsea, I can see him going to Italy. I don't know why. I know a lot of Italian clubs are due back to. I don't think he'll go back to Juventus, but someone out there to be willing to pay. He's not old enough just yet to go to the MLS. He's still very good. Obviously, the way in which he keeps his physique up in terms of. If you put him in a top level team, they'll get goals anyway. No, he doesn't work well. But if you surround him with runners, you sound. Just keep him in the 6-yard box, he'll bet you 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. He's a young 37-year-old, ain't he?
Yeah.
He's not an old 37-year-old who's losing his ability. He banged 23 goals for Man United in all competitions in that crap side. That tells you a lot. Tells you a lot. But yeah, he's not gone training for 2 days in a row now. I just look. Apparently, he's half pissed off because his money's gone down to 380 grand a week because he ain't in Champions League football no more. So his clause in his thing was as long as they're in Champions League football, he gets between 480 and 500 grand a week. Without Champions League football, he gets 380 grand a week.
Yeah.
Now, when everyone says and everyone gets giddy, don't they? And goes, a certain player loves a club, they would never go to another club. They love that club so much, and it's the Ronaldo thing, ain't it? He went back to United. He didn't go to City because it's all about United. He wouldn't touch City with a barge pole. He loves Man United. What it just shows me is that Man United were willing to pay him more than City were.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely to see Jay in it and chat. Fans in there, but it's absolutely beautiful. And you knew exactly what he was walking into. We've watched this United side for the last 8-9 years. It's been it is a car crash every single season. You thought last season could have been bad, but I don't think anyone was anticipated to play as bad as that.
No, it's going to get worse for him as well because I can't see it's getting better anytime soon. And can you imagine if Pep Guardiola has just played the greatest game of chess of all time and let Man United have him for a year and then he just takes him? Could you imagine that? It's just like that is the ultimate chess move, ain't it? But I can't. Ronaldo needs to go to a club that's ready-made and ready to go. He can't be like Man United. They're developing again. They're rebranding themselves. They're doing all that, and he can't be part of that team. He needs to go somewhere that's ready-made. To go bang goals, win trophies, and play Champions League football.
Do you reckon he'd go to Bayern? Jay or Chas?
Bayern could be one. That news has come up a bit lately, ain't it, Bayern? But
because
he's just got Mane in as well. It's weird, ain't it?
You could probably play Mane on the left, couldn't you? But it depends, obviously, how the structure in which Bayern are run. I think that's probably the only team, really, you could look at. He's been at Juventus, been at United, been at Real, been at a lot of, obviously, Lisbon as well. But I think Bayern's ready-made for them, especially if they did lose Lewandowski. The wages would be there, but he's guaranteed a Bundesliga, and they'll go quite far in the Champions League. But saying that, we've all seen the quotes of obviously Juventus' players after he left. Chiellini basically saying that he very much disrupted the whole squad. They went backwards. Obviously, they were in the Champions League final the year prior, and then he comes in, and then rocks the ship, doesn't he?
It's what's happened at Man United. As good as he is, he doesn't help the teams that he goes to in a weird way. It's mad. I mean, look at Man United. He went there. Bruno Fernandes's goals dried up because, Rip Ferdinand. I mean, you look at Real Madrid. Look how good Benzema is. And he's always been that good. But he couldn't do it because he was the feeder for Ronaldo.
Yeah, sacrificed himself, didn't he? I know he's played for Real Madrid as well, putting chances on a plate. And obviously, he stepped out of his shadow, really, in Benzema the last couple of years. Not just last year, but last couple of the years prior to that, he's been playing quite well.
Yeah, exactly. There's a different player now. So, yeah, it's an awkward one. I can imagine me at PSG. I just think the PSG owner wants Messi and Ronaldo in the same team.
I want to see that for a footballing fan point.
Yeah, I just want to see it because it don't really affect us, does it? So, I just go over to France and put PSG at strike force of Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, and Mbappe.
Play all four of them up front.
on paper, that's ridiculous, but it just don't work, does it? Because who the hell's running back and defending in that for? You know what I mean? No one's tracking back, are they? No one's tracking back. But I want to see it. I just want to see it because it don't affect us. It don't bother us. I mean, I feel sorry for Lyon and Marseille.
It's right. Lyon and Marseille will probably win the league next season anyway.
They do win the odd league in between, don't they? They do win the odd league.
Poch bottled it the year before, didn't he?
He's just been sacked, ain't he? Poch?
Yeah. I don't really rate him as a manager. I don't know what is this hype about him.
He's such a yes man, ain't he?
Yeah, he did get to the Champions League, but he's got Lucas Moura to thank for that, really. Last minute, Ajax should have been in the final, and it would have been an interesting final. But yeah, don't get me wrong, he's a good manager, but I don't understand the hype. I think if he starts winning titles, and then we can talk about Pochettino, but he needs to start winning trophies wherever he's going to be at next season. Because he probably will walk into another top team, but it's typical.
He's a good coach, but being a manager and a coach is completely different.
Yeah,
being a manager and a coach is completely different. And he likes being called a head coach, don't he? You don't actually like being called a manager. Yes. And I think that tells when you see success on the pitch as well. But it's like his old team, Tottenham. Now they've been doing some decent business, haven't they? Spurs have been doing some decent business. A lot of talk about Tottenham, Jack. I don't know if you heard it. A lot of Spurs fans are very giddy. And rightly so as well. They're spending money, so they're not used to it. What do you think Tottenham's season? How do you feel Tottenham going into this season, personally?
Yeah, I've been speaking to you the last couple of months, haven't we, mate? We spoke about off camera. I'm intrigued, and I think a lot of fans are. Conte, I've already rated him as a manager. He's already won the Premier League at Chelsea anyway, so he knows what to do in England. And that game again, the back end of last season was really frustrating. That was probably one of the most frustrating games I've seen from a Liverpool point of view in a very long time. But that's what he does best. Parking the bus, frustrating teams. We've seen it done the double over City in the league as well. So they know how to set up. And obviously Perisic coming in. I know he's the back end of his career, but he's still quite good in terms of he can impact a game. Probably going to be playing left wing back, isn't he? Romero, probably one of the best, one of the most underrated players last season. I think he really thrived. Took a bit of a time to adapt, but yeah, I'm expecting them to finish third. But for the sake of the Premier League as a whole, I'm hoping they do challenge and just take some more points off City as well and teams in and around us. So, but it's in the Spurs DNA, innit? They've got the quality. It's Spursy, but they've got the right coach. I really do rate him. Got the right players as well. The fact that they've kept hold of Kane and Son this summer, I think it's been massive, especially European football as well. They need to solidify that as well again. So I'm hoping they challenge from a Premier League point of view, but depends if the back end of the season, if the real Spurs does stand up.
thing is with Tottenham, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Big up Cass in the house as well. Love you, Jamie. Big up Cass. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, my man. Hope you're doing well. It's going to be difficult for Tottenham because they're in the Champions League. I think Conte's going to want to win a trophy as well. You want to be that manager that wins a trophy for Spurs. You know, Mourinho was going to try and do it, and then Tottenham thought sacking him 24 hours before the final would make it life easier somehow. Totally get weirdest decision in football ever. Winning them, I reckon they would have won the cup if they kept him as well.
100%. It's some, when you look at clubs, Jay and Chaz, you don't understand the rationale and thinking in certain decisions. But sometimes within football clubs, it's not run by football people, and you haven't got a clue. You run it as a business, and quite rightly, certain sections of a football should be run like a business. Quite rightly, but it was crazy. You'd probably sack him after the game if you'd have lost. Fair enough. But especially to get, not Skip, was it Winks or Skip or Mason, wasn't it? Ryan Mason, did he take over? Yeah, madness.
Ryan Mason taking over. Cass. Have you spoken about Ronaldo? Yeah, we had a little. Cass, you might know more than us. Cass, I'm going to finish up in a minute, man. But what I'll do, I've got more shows coming in the week. So if you want to come on, do a show with me, Cass, you're more than welcome, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to finish up in a bit because the kids are coming home from school and stuff. So, yeah, so I'm going to finish up in a bit, Cass. But, Cass, if you want to do a show with me sometime this week, my man, let me know. DM me on my Twitter and we'll do something together, man. Do a Liverpool Man United video or something like that. It'd be interesting. And not obviously being a Man United fan, I like your point of view and everything going happen.
Yeah.
You're not a mod. I thought I already modded you, my man.
Yeah, it is an interesting season, Jay and Chat as well, and Cass. Like, it's going to be interesting how Spurs do adapt. Obviously, a lot of transfers incoming. Man United, how Ten Hag does really adapt his philosophy. It's not going to happen overnight.
No, it's going to take a while.
I think when Ten Hag, he's going to go in there. He's going to ruffle a couple of feathers, really. And I think he's got the lowdown on all the players that he needs to move out. Obviously, completely gone out my head the name of the interim coach last season. Got rid.
Yeah, he's a proper manager. He's a proper manager. Man United ain't had a proper manager for a while now, and you had 3 years of Solskjaer and then half a year of Ralph, and it was all just shit. And the sporting directors and all that were crap, and they got a new one of them in now. Richard Arnold, is that his name? New sporting director. You got a proper manager in there now. Well, it's going to take Man United a few years. Man United fans are just got to know it's going to take a few years, but yeah, till then we can sort of, we can banter. It's fun. It's a lad. But teams are doing well. Spurs, I say with Spurs as well. They bought well. I like Basuma. I'm surprised no one went for Basuma with him. I know the thing around him.
It's a steal, isn't it?
It's a steal. He's going to be a super footballer. But what I do worry about Spurs is midfield. So their midfield four will be Oliver Skip by look of it, 'cause he's just signed a new contract. I think they're high on him. Bentancur, Basuma, and Højbjerg. Now, it's a good four. Don't get me wrong. It's just not a lot of creativity in that midfield four, is it? Just not a lot of There's not a lot of creativity there in that midfield four, but I don't think that's what Conte's looking for in the way he's going to set up.
Counter-attacking,
he's going to play counter-attacking football. That's what he's going to do. So that's a defensive-minded midfielder. The three at the back, they're going to be defensively sound. They're going to be hard to beat next season. That's the worry. But I don't know if they'll win enough games. I could see Spurs drawing quite a few games next season. That's with the way they're going to set up. I think against big teams, they'll probably play really well. But when they're against teams they should beat and have the possession and should outplay, I think that's where they can struggle at times.
Where do you foresee Richarlison playing, Jane Chat?
I don't know. This is what I was saying to Steve earlier.
I know he's a striker.
The only thing I can think of, in Italy, he played 3-5-2, didn't he? With Martinez and Lukaku playing off each other at the top. And he played 3-5-2 instead of his normal 3-4-3. That's the only thing I can think of he's doing at Spurs. Because having Richarlison on the bench, a £60-odd million defense mid attacker on the bench who's not got the greatest attitude in the world, I can just see, is he going to play 3-5-2 and play Kane alongside Richarlison up top? But then what do you do with Son?
Play him as the floating 10 behind them?
Play him as the floating 10 behind. That's a point. And then play Thingy at left wing back. Jed Spencer's apparently having a medical this week. He's going to play the other wing back role.
Perisic left wing.
Perisic is left wing back. Jed Spencer's your right wing back.
And then 2 DMs, 2 sit-ins.
And then you can play like Højbjerg and Basuma, and then Son in front, and then Kane and Richarlison up top. I mean, that's a good 11. That's a good 11. Yeah. That's a good 11. So they will be dangerous next season. I just think Liverpool and City are still
miles ahead. Yeah,
too far ahead at this moment in time. Cass says Richard Arnold over John Matuga, Tom King for help, Fletcher, etc. Spurs also got Champions League competing hard. The game's meaning more energy. I think Spurs will. I think Champions League might catch up with them. Cup games might catch up with them. Where Liverpool and City have just been panned in them streets, the same streets for the last few years, and so used to it now. It's going to be. I can't wait for the Premier League to start, mate. I don't know about you.
I just want the pre-season games to be over, Jay, and just get back to business. I think all of us are footy mad. Everyone in chat as well, and there's nothing worse. Especially, obviously, we would have had the World Cup if it was in like a European country or anything. But obviously, we got it in January as well. But I just can't wait. Just get back to that. Especially transfer news. I know we all love doing transfer videos and that, but not in a love more than just sitting down and then going at it.
Oh, I just want to do some of my. I just want to go back to watch-alongs, my man. I love watch-alongs. Things like this to save his life. Can play left back might be a bit different. Mendy almost went to pick that up there, and then he's passed it completely wrong. Mendy's fucked up. 3-1 Real Madrid. 3-1 Real Madrid. Benzema hat trick. 50 seconds into the second half. Mendy fucked up. What was he doing? He can't kick a ball. There you go. That's watching.
Love it. I love it.
You got to. I just love watching. I love doing watch-alongs, and obviously on the channel, I'm just going to try and do as many because I've got certain box now. I can do. I can do every single game, so I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it.
It's the 5 sub-J as well, Chess, as well, how that would impact not just the top teams, but in terms of the in and around the bottom teams as well. Rotation would be very key.
Oh, massively. That's what I also... So, the 5 subs, I think, will help us with our injuries as well and keep the players fit, because the way we like to play, the intensity we play at, I think that'll help us massively. I think it'll help people like Jordan Henderson prolong his career longer. Having the 5 sub rule, because I know there's a lot of slander. I don't slander Hendo. I love Hendo. I don't care what anyone says. I love the man. He's great. Yes, he's not as good as some players we could have in that position, but it's what Hendo does off the ball. It's so important. He covers so much of Trent's runs.
Yeah, there's a reason why we've been to so many European Cups, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fact.
Exactly.
He's not. If he was Brazilian or Portuguese or called Jordanino or something stupid, but it's because he's from Sunderland. They'll have him from Sunderland anyway. He doesn't really look as flashy, does he?
No, I love Hendo, and I think he'll prolong his Liverpool career having like less minutes. I can see him playing 70-minute games. That's what Hendo might be looking at. 70, 80-minute games, comes off, prolongs him. I'm hoping he'll probably go to the World Cup, but I think Hendo might finish international football after the World Cup. I'm hoping so anyway, because I think he can prolong his club career a little bit longer if he gives up international football. Like Milner did. Milner did the same thing at around the same age, didn't he? And it helped him massively. So, the 5 sub rule is going to be huge. I can't wait to pre-season though, Jack. I'm looking forward to Carvalho, Ramsey. I'm looking forward to these players. We've got Man United next week, ain't we? And
United, Palace, RB Leipzig, Salzburg City in the Community Shield, and then we got Strasbourg. Anfield, that's the only one.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird game, ain't it? I take it's going to be everyone who didn't play in the Community Shield. But I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to pre-season, and I want to see like that Man United game. I expect Ramsey will probably play right back. Carvalho might play. Ox might play. I'm looking forward to seeing these players. Ramsey, I'm looking forward to seeing, Jack. I don't know about you. I've seen bits of him. I've seen bits of him at Aberdeen. He's got energy like Robbo, but he's very Trent-esque with his passing. I don't know if you've seen. He's got very good crossing, pinpoint crossing. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how he plays because Trent basically needs cover, don't he?
Yeah, he's in the red zone, Trent. And I think we've all seen the stats from last season. A lot of our players are. Yeah, so it's about time we need to get a rest. We all watched that Champions League final, didn't we? And both our fullbacks were knackered. Yeah, as soon as we conceded, yes, Real Madrid is sitting behind the ball, but they were knackered. If it wasn't for Ibu Konate, defender on his own for quite large portions of that second half against Real. But yeah, he had that quality. I've not seen a lot of him. Not that I've seen every Aberdeen, but judging from obviously the pundits and what everyone said, as he said there, Jay, I think he got like 10, 11 assists, and he was voted Young Scottish Player of the Year as well. So yeah, he's got a lot of qualities that would very much favour Liverpool in terms of how we play our game attacking wise, and as we said, gives Trent a rest in certain moments. But most importantly, you don't end up at Liverpool if you're not too bad of a footballer anyway. Well, you used to years ago, but not now.
No, exactly. And I think with Trent, as you say, he's always in the red zone. I think Trent sleeps in the red zone. I just he's not been out of it, has he? And I think Klopp has always wanted to take Trent off in games, but couldn't because of free subs, because it messes up the sub. So in games now, if Trent's played 65, 70 minutes, it looks like he needs to come off. You can take him off, put Ramsey on, and still have 4 subs spare. It just makes us so much more difference, don't it?
Especially from a defensive point of view, Jay, as well. I know a lot of rival clubs do say it will impact Liverpool and City the most, and it will. Because if you're winning 2-0, 3-0, and you've got a sub to make, and you can throw Joe Gomez down that right-hand flank, you can shut up shop there and very much play 3 centre-halves and then Andy Robbo on the left. Or even throw on 4 centre-halves, put 2 centre-backs, left back and right back. But yeah, I think from a defensive point of view in certain games, I think that's what we need sometimes last season, mate. It was games where we were a bit sloppy to see out games a bit more and be a bit more defensively resolute. I
think that will help massively, as you say. And, if you can put like a Gomez, a Matip, a Van Dijk, Konate, whatever you want to do on the bench at the same time, just see out games. As you say, that was our problem last season. We had plenty of games where we were winning, and then we struggled to see out games. The Brentford game, the Brighton game. If we had 5 subs back then, we'd probably win them games and see them out.
Yeah.
So, and the bitterness. I mean, did you see the Andros Townsend interview?
Oh, yeah, it's far too easy. It's only been in Everton for, 12 months?
The bitterness. What he doesn't even seem to understand is that every league in Europe had the 5 sub rule.
Yeah. But
Champions League had it. The FA Cup that he played in had 5 sub rule. I don't get the bitterness.
He'll get a game now, Jay, won't he? So
that's it. Exactly. He'll get a bit of game time. He should be happy. The man should be happy. But guys, I have literally got to go because the school run and the kids coming home and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't usually go on this late in the afternoon. Usually a bit earlier, but I was busy. And So guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Some more transfer roundup, some more transfer rumours, some more news of Ronaldo not, wanting to leave. And did everyone see the tweet that Liverpool Airport put up?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
That is hilarious, isn't it? That is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, guys, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you watch this on the replay, make sure you hit the like button. Smash the like button. It's really important to us content creators. It's as important as the views are, to be fair, guys. So don't forget to go and subscribe to Jack's channel as well. You near 5K, Jack?
Yeah, getting there slowly but surely. But thank you for letting me come on,
no
Jay.
Worries, man. No worries. We'll do something more. More soon, mate. Get do another debate show and all that sort of stuff. But I appreciate the love, guys. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for liking. And we'll see you again.